This is Megan Healy with BCEagles.com. We are here today with volleyball head coach Chris Campbell. Going into a weekend with matchups against local rivals Harvard and Northeastern, is there anything specific that you think the team should be focusing on before heading into conference play next weekend?
Yeah, going into conference play, this is kind of our last week to continue more the focus on our side and things we want to work on in terms of execution. Once we get into conference play, then we spend a lot more time preparing about specific things about the other teams. But for us, preseason is a chance to continue to work on what we want to do on our side, whether that's improving our blocking and defense, our free ball play, serve, receive, whatever. So this is our last opportunity to do that and do it against two good local teams. So that adds an extra kind of spirit to it, little fight, which is fun. That we really enjoy that. But that's the focus going in.
Is there any one individual that you feel has stepped up so far as a leader on the team who you think will be a player that others on the team will look for support?
Yeah, it's a good question. It's kind of a mixed answer in that different players have stepped up at different times. So, which is a bit of a double-edged sword. On one side, you like that you see more players than typical have the capacity for leadership in your group. That's fantastic. The flip side of that is we need people to do it more consistently. So somebody will step up and really kind of raise their level of play for one game, and then it'll be a different player the next game. As soon as we can start being a little bit more consistent, which is a theme that we've talked about, as soon as we start being a little bit more consistent, to have more players able to do that on a regular basis, then we're really going to get somewhere. And like I say, I'm happy to see that we have a lot of players who have that capability. We don't yet have the consistency in players doing that every match that we play.
Is there anything specific that you've seen out of this team so far that you believe can be worked on to lead to more success?
What I like, we're not playing our best volleyball right now. I don't like that. But what I like is that this team starting to show signs of true grit, just the ability to grind things out, whether it's good or bad. I think Tiger Woods was the one who really kind of popularized the notion of grinding it out. Everybody can be mentally tough when you've got your A game, right? That's pretty easy. The difficulty, the challenge is when you don't have your A game, when you got your B minus game, can you still play tough when you aren't executing at exactly the level you want to be at? Can you still just grind it out successfully? And for 2 out of our 3 matches this past weekend, we didn't have our best game, but we were able just to stay with it and grind it out. And so you saw the second set against UMass Lowell, we were down 23-17 and won 26-24. That kind of comeback, and I think maybe there's another one against Ryder in the first match. Those kinds of things, to win both of those sets, 16-14 in the fifth, both of those matches 16-14 in the fifth, that kind of grit, boy, it's one of those things coaches would love to know how to teach. I don't. It's one of the things that players, it's a personality trait. Players have that in their personality or they don't. And this group shows a lot of signs of it. So with that, I'm extremely happy. If we can continue to just work on our execution, that mindset of staying with it after having lost 2 5-set matches earlier in the year, to come back and win 2 5-set matches, even if we aren't playing well, the grit to stay with it regardless, that's great. I'm really happy with that.